Howdy folks, welcome back to another Out of Spec Renew video. And today I've got a pretty exciting update for what's going on in the shop and what the plans for the future are. Alrighty folks, so the really big update here is that I'm moving. And I'm pretty excited about it. I'm actually going to be relocating to the Out of Spec track in North Carolina. I'm still going to be running my shop there from the facility, but I'm going to be closing down my operations here in Portland. This hasn't really been a secret, but this is kind of my official announcement for that. Some of you folks might know, I think Kyle's mentioned it in some other videos, and I've certainly talked to people, about it coming into the shop and stuff, and there's probably been some comments about it down below in some past videos. But yeah, this is just kind of my official announcement that I'm getting ready to move, but that means I've got a lot of stuff to do and a lot of stuff to get rid of. So I kind of wanted to give you guys a little bit of a walk around about what's going on. So all of the equipment in the shop here I actually own, so all the lifts and stuff, that stuff is not coming with me. There's no point really to taking down the 2-post lifts and moving them. I've got plenty of other stuff to move, and these are relatively easy to get a hold of, and they're not crazy expensive. So they're really not worth moving. The couple of people that I've talked to who've been interested in taking over this shop space, signing a new lease, are not really interested in the lifts. So I think that maybe they want to keep one lift, but the other 2 lifts are probably going to have to go. So both of the blue rotaries here. So that's something that I'm going to be selling. And then the other big thing that I've got to get rid of is if we come back here into the shop, we've got all sorts of batteries back here that have to find new homes. So some of these I may have already found some potential places for, but if I don't find any homes for these, ultimately they're probably just going to have to end up going to the recycler, which seems like a little bit of a waste, but it is what it is. But if anybody watching here is interested in any of this stuff for use for different projects and things, it's available. I've got a total of 3 85 kilowatt hour Model S packs that each have a bad module with a weak short failure in them. The rest of the other 15 modules are still plenty usable for whatever projects you might have in mind, whether it's a DIY Powerwall or an electric conversion or something like that. So I've got 3 of those. Probably 1 or 2 are spoken for at this point, I think. I also have the old 70 kilowatt hour battery that came out of my car. So for those of you that haven't seen that video in the past, last summer I did a battery upgrade on my 2015 Model S, and I went from the 70 kilowatt hour to a 100 kilowatt hour battery. That one's still fully functional, but it does have a lot of miles on it with about 16% degradation. So totally usable pack, but maybe not the best option if you're looking for a pack swap, but it is a cheap option. I think I've got that listed for like $2,000 if someone out there wants it. The 85 kilowatt hour batteries, by the way, that have bad modules in them, I've got those listed for $1,500 a piece. Other batteries that I've got, back here, I've got 2 Model 3 batteries actually. The one all the way at the very back is another fully functional pack, but it came from a Model 3 with about over 180,000 miles on it. And it's got like 28% degradation. So quite a bit of capacity loss, but it's actually really well balanced. And there's not a big differential in CAC values for it either. So it's a usable pack, just not a super great condition one. Then this one here is a pack that suffered from a weak short failure in one of the modules, so it's another parts only pack. I also have 2 more Model 3 Model Y packs that are actually outside underneath a tarp. They've got loss of internal isolation from moisture intrusion related problems. So those are also available. Probably not something that you would really want to use without taking it apart and maybe attempting to dry the modules. But honestly, those are probably recycler grade. So if someone wants those, let me know. I'm open to whatever offer anybody would want to make me for that stuff. but ultimately those are probably going to get recycled. And then the last pack that I have is a standard range pack out of an F-150 Lightning. It's kind of tucked back here in the corner of the shop. But it's also one that's got a bad module. We actually did a video a little while back where we upgraded Lightning from a standard range to an extended range pack. This is the original standard range pack out of that truck. So it's got one module that appears to have a weak short failure, but the other 8 modules in it are still good. They're each 36 volts, or 37 volts nominal, about 42 volts fully charged, and their nameplate rated capacity is about 12 kilowatt hours each. I would say real world, probably 10.5, 11 kilowatt hours is what I'd expect. And then I kind of have just lots of other miscellaneous parts. I've got a whole pallet kind of full of broken onboard chargers and DC to DC converters, PTC heaters, all that kind of stuff. Most of that's probably scrap, but if anybody wants it, that stuff is basically free for the taking if you have any interest in it. Back there, I've got a motor out of a Hyundai Kona that's got damaged splines. The actual housing, the case and everything is in good shape. I actually took it apart and made sure all the bearing races and everything were intact on it. But the splines on the rotor are bad. So if you need a core motor for a rebuild that's got good case portions and good windings and everything, that one's good. It's just the rotor in it is bad. And I've got some other miscellaneous parts. I've got like a BMW i3 motor and some gearboxes that are in good shape. I've got the gearboxes both for the Rex and the non-Rex version. And the motor I think is good, but it's untested, so, but it should, in theory, be a good motor. And yeah, other than that, I've got a bunch of large drive units that are all sort of for parts. Those I'll probably take with me, unless I can find someone that wants to buy them, because that stuff is actually things that I'll use. And other than that, that's pretty much all of the componentry stuff that I need to get rid of. The other big thing that I need to get rid of is my trusty forklift here. So this is kind of one of the best tools in the shop, but it's another one of those things that I don't really intend to take with me. It's just a little bit too big and expensive to move. So my plan with it is basically to use it up until the very end, and what I anticipate I'll probably end up doing with it is probably sending it to the local forklift dealer that I actually bought it from and consign it. That's actually the way that I purchased it, is it was on consignment from the previous owner at the dealer, and so I bought it on consignment, and my plan is probably to consign it. But if anybody out there watching is local and is looking for a good working forklift, albeit not the prettiest machine, but it is fully functional. The battery in it is only about 3 years old and still seems to hold a charge great. I've got a solid state efficient battery charger for it as well that runs on 240 volts, so it's not a 3-phase, it's just a single phase 240 volt charger. This one's a great option. It's a 5,000 pound forklift and it gets the job done. But the caveat to this is that I do need it up until the very end, and then once I'm finished with it, it has to go basically right away, because I'm going to be using it up until basically the end of March to get everything packed up, and then it'll have to be moved pretty quickly. So that's why I was planning on sending it to the dealer, but if anybody out there wants it and can make quick arrangements when the time comes to get it picked up, that's an option too. And then other stuff that I'm going to be getting rid of, just some miscellaneous tools that I really don't care to keep or bring along with me. I've got a transmission jack here. It's functional, but it leaks. It's not the greatest, but it's heavy duty and it gets the job done. And I've got just an engine crane and a few other miscellaneous things. I've got some random shelving and stuff like that. But everything else, as far as all the specialized tools, my motor stand, my toolbox, all the rest of my tools, that stuff's all coming with me. But yeah, so anyway, that's kind of the plan. I'm pretty excited for the move. I'm going to be setting up my shop space, like I said, at the Out of Spec track facility. And it's a little bit smaller space, but it's a really nice location to be in. There's already one 2-post lift in the space that I'm going to be in, so I'm only going to have to put in one more. I'm going to end up getting another forklift. I've had my eye on a couple ones that I've been looking at around there. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. We'll get to tackle some really cool projects. We've got all of the carb era EVs that we picked up from Bonnie in Tennessee, and all sorts of other fun projects that we'll be able to take on. So yeah, I'm pretty excited, and hopefully we'll be able to make even more videos for the Out of Spec Renew channel for you guys to watch, and it'll be a good time. So anyway, I think that's about it for this one. As always, thanks for watching. So just a little addendum to add to the end of the video here, because I realized I didn't mention it when filming the rest of that. So I'm actually going to be shutting down basically all of my operations here at the shop basically by the end of this month. So I've really only got about 2.5, maybe 3 weeks. I'll probably extend a little bit into March. But I'm basically going to be closing down all of my operations here within a month. And after that point, I'm basically just going to be packing stuff up and getting ready for the move for the remainder of March. And the goal is to be out of here by the end of March and be setting up shop in North Carolina by April. So that's kind of the plan there. If anybody out there is interested in purchasing any of the stuff that I mentioned in the video, you can reach out to me at alex@outofspecstudios.com. The email's in the description as always. It's always there in the description on every video, but just wanted to throw that out there. If you're interested in any of that stuff, feel free to reach out. I just want to make clear, if you are interested in any of that stuff, I probably can't make arrangements for shipping for most things. I might be able to make some exceptions for some of that stuff. Like some of the packs, I'm already kind of working on arranging shipping. But most of the stuff is just going to have to be local pickup because I just don't have the time to deal with shipping a bunch of stuff. And of course, I'm happy to load stuff up with the forklift. Of course, unloading is on you. You've got to figure that out on your own, whether you've got a forklift or, some other way to get that stuff unloaded. Most of the battery packs are 1,000 pounds or more. So we're talking, big, heavy stuff if you're interested in any of that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And yeah, again, as always, thanks for watching.